Could a single video be enough to change everything for Blake Lively? A resurfaced clip from a past interview has set Hollywood buzzing, raising serious questions about power, control, and the shifting dynamics in the industry. What does this mean for her career, and how does this connect to her ongoing legal dispute with director Justin Baldoni? Buckle up, because this is a Hollywood drama you don't want to miss. Blake Lively has always been known as more than just an actress. She's outspoken, ambitious, and determined to leave her mark beyond the screen. But an old statement she made at the Forbes Power Women Summit in 2022 is now coming back to haunt her. In the interview, she talked about how, early in her career, she often felt reduced to just another pretty face on set, standing on a pink sticker, saying her lines, and not being part of the creative process. She wanted more control, more authorship, and at times, this made her clash with directors and producers who saw her only as an actor.
Sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to fulfill. I think it's about being upfront about like knowing what you actually need versus just like trying to get the job. And then, once you're in it, sort of revealing the scope of your sort of needs to be, fulfilled.
At the time, her words were seen as empowering, a woman in Hollywood demanding a seat at the table. But today, in light of her legal dispute with Justin Baldoni, they're being viewed in an entirely different light. Could this be proof that she has always been someone who pushes boundaries too far? The controversy centers around her involvement in a recent project where she wasn't just the lead actress, she was also a producer. The question now is, did she simply collaborate, or did she overstep her role and try to seize more control than she was entitled to? Here's where things get even messier. An audio clip has surfaced that adds more fuel to the fire. In the recording, Baldoni can be heard thanking Lively for her creative input, even crediting her notes for improving the project. So, if he acknowledged her contributions, why is this now a battle over control? Was she truly overstepping, or was Baldoni feeling pressured by the power Lively holds behind the scenes? Hollywood is no stranger to power struggles, but this one comes with an extra twist. Lively isn't just any actress. She has strong industry connections, including A-listers like Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds. When you have cultural and financial heavyweights backing you, does that make it easier to push for creative control? And on the flip side, does it make it harder for directors like Baldoni to stand their ground? This isn't just about one project. It's about how Hollywood operates behind the scenes. Who really has the final say? The director, the producer, or is it a collective effort? And perhaps more importantly, does this case highlight a gender double standard? If a male producer had asserted this much influence, would the reaction be the same? Lively's supporters argue that she was simply doing what any strong producer would, fighting for the best version of the film. But Baldoni's defenders insist that a director's vision should take precedence, and that constant interference can blur the lines between collaboration and overreach. Blake Lively's career has been a fascinating study in transformation. From her breakout role in Gossip Girl to her evolution into a leading actress, businesswoman, and advocate, she has consistently fought against being boxed in. However, with this resurfaced interview and her legal battle with Justin Baldoni, some are questioning whether her assertiveness has crossed a line. To truly understand what's happening, we have to rewind to how Hollywood has traditionally functioned. The entertainment industry is notorious for its hierarchical structure. Directors typically hold creative authority, with actors, no matter how famous, expected to follow their lead. But in the era of streaming giants and star-driven productions, the dynamics have started to shift. Increasingly, A-list actors have sought more control over their projects, often stepping into producing roles. Lively, with her ambition and industry connections, is part of this growing trend. The question at the heart of this controversy is simple. Did Lively overstep, or is she simply a victim of a system unprepared for strong-willed female producers? The leaked audio of Baldoni praising her contributions raises doubts about the validity of the conflict. If he genuinely appreciated her creative input, what changed? Was there an undisclosed dispute over final cuts, marketing, or financial stakes? These unanswered questions have fueled intense debate. One thing is clear, this isn't just about creative differences. Legal disputes of this nature often involve intricate contract negotiations and unspoken power struggles. Reports suggest that Lively's role as a producer may have granted her influence beyond what some crew members were comfortable with. It's not uncommon for actors who become producers to find themselves in uncharted territory, balancing their responsibilities to the film while still being seen as talent rather than decision makers. Industry insiders note that gender plays a significant role in how these disputes unfold. Male actors turned producers, like Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, rarely face scrutiny for asserting their creative control. In contrast, when female stars demand a say in the filmmaking process, they are often labeled as difficult or controlling. The backlash against Lively seems to fit this long-standing pattern. Another layer to this saga is her close friendship with Taylor Swift. The singer-songwriter is no stranger to battles over creative ownership, having famously fought to reclaim her masters from Scooter Braun. Some speculate that Lively, who has directed a music video for Swift, may have drawn inspiration from her friend's fearless approach to taking ownership of her work. Could this have played a role in her decision to assert more control over her film career? Then there's Ryan Reynolds, Lively's husband and a Hollywood powerhouse in his own right. Reynolds has built a reputation for being hands-on in his projects, often shaping the creative direction of films like Deadpool. Unlike Lively, however, Reynolds has not faced the same level of criticism for doing so. The double standard is hard to ignore. This controversy has also reignited discussions about the role of producers in filmmaking. What does it truly mean to be a producer? The title varies in weight. Some producers are deeply involved in every aspect of a film's creation, while others hold the role in name only. If Lively was genuinely fulfilling her role as a producer, shouldn't she be allowed to have a strong voice in decision-making? And if Baldoni initially welcomed her involvement, what caused the dynamic to sour? Some theories suggest that the conflict stems from marketing disagreements. Hollywood projects often struggle over promotional strategies, especially when multiple creative forces are involved. If Lively wanted to push for a particular vision that clashed with Baldoni's approach, this could explain the escalating tensions. Additionally, producers often have a say in editing decisions, which might have led to disputes over the film's final cut. Beyond the immediate conflict, this case raises broader questions about the evolving role of actors in Hollywood. The lines between actor, producer, and director are blurrier than ever. Stars like Reese Witherspoon and Margot Robbie have successfully transitioned into powerhouse producers, creating some of the most compelling content in recent years. Could Lively be on a similar trajectory, or will this legal battle hinder her ability to take on more leadership roles? Public perception is another crucial factor in this unfolding drama. The entertainment industry thrives on public opinion, and how the situation is framed in the media will impact both Lively's and Baldoni's careers. If Lively is perceived as a visionary taking charge of her career, she could emerge stronger than ever. But if the narrative shifts toward portraying her as someone difficult to work with, the fallout could be severe. Social media has already become a battleground for supporters and critics. Fans of Lively argue that she is being unfairly targeted for doing what countless men in Hollywood have done before her. Meanwhile, Baldoni's defenders claim that directors deserve to have the final say in their projects, and that an actor's influence should have limits, even if they hold a producer title. In an era where Hollywood is reckoning with power imbalances, gender biases, and creative autonomy, this case has struck a nerve. It forces the industry to confront its lingering prejudices and consider what true creative collaboration should look like. Should actors be allowed to wield greater influence over films they star in? And if so, should there be clearer guidelines to prevent conflicts like this from escalating? What happens next could set a precedent. If Lively emerges victorious, it could pave the way for more actors to demand greater creative control. If Baldoni wins, it might reinforce the traditional hierarchy, reaffirming the director's role as the ultimate authority on set. Either way, Hollywood is watching closely, and this is one drama that's far from over. So, where do you stand on this Hollywood showdown? Was Blake Lively simply standing up for her creative vision, or did she cross a line and try to take control beyond her role? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love deep dives into Hollywood's biggest controversies, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay tuned for more celebrity drama, industry shakeups, and exclusive behind-the-scenes stories.